In this video, we're going to look at setting up an account with Kidblog. Kidblog is a safe and simple blog site for K through 12 students. It takes about 20 seconds to set up a class and it's free. I like Kidblog because you don't need student email addresses to set up student accounts, and there are no ads in Kidblog. So let's go ahead and look at how we start a class. So we're going to start by going to kidblog.org, and we're going to click the Create a Class button. Now there's two ways that you can set up an account with Kidblog. You can use your Google credentials and not have to remember a new username and password, or you can fill out this form and set up an account at Kidblog. If you use your Google credentials, you will still need to decide on a class name, and that's true for either way you set up your account. So your class name could be something like Mrs. Anderson's class. In my case, I might make it Mrs. Mueller's class. Whatever you choose, that class name will become part of your Kidblog URL. Each account with Kidblog gets its own unique URL or address, and that's how your students actually log in. So decide how you want to sign up with Kidblog. Either click sign up with your Google credentials or fill out this form. Once you've created an account, you will have a unique URL or address for your particular blog. So you can see mine here is kidblog.org/Mrs. Mueller's class 3, and that's where my students will go to sign in. So you can see here, this is my blog. I've got a few posts on the blog. I'm going to go ahead and log in, so I'm going to click the login link here in the upper right hand corner. One of the things that I really like about Kidblog is that your students don't actually have to type their username. They select it from a drop-down list, and you will notice that when you start creating a class, you will see that your name will appear in the drop-down list as well. So any time-saving things we can give our students, like not having to type in their username, is going to be beneficial. So they would select their name from the drop-down list and enter their password. And again, you can see that after I've entered my password, I'm taken to my blog, but now I have a few more things that I can do. So I see all of the blogs that I have in my account. I have my blog here, and I can create a new post. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the control panel. So here is your control panel link. We'll go ahead and click on that. Each Kidblog account has a control panel, although the teacher account will have much more things that they can do than student accounts. The dashboard, the home screen of your dashboard looks like this. It lists your blogging activity, how much storage space you have. It'll show you any recent comments and recent posts that have been made on your blogs. We're going to start by adding some users to our account. So we're going to click on the Users tab here. And before we do that, we're going to take a look at your profile. So if you want to change anything about your profile, you're going to click the Users tab and you're going to go to Your Profile. Now this allows you to change the display name, so when you log in, your Kidblog ID might be different from what you actually want your students to see. So you can see I changed mine to Mrs. Mueller. The blog title is next. You can go ahead and change that if you want to, and here's where you would change your password. You'll also see the email address that's connected to your account, and you can choose an avatar by either uploading a file, a picture of yourself, or choosing one of their avatars that they have. Then you'll see the themes that you have available. If you want to change the theme of your blog, you can select a different one here. Visibility, this means that this user's name, your name will appear in the login list, again, so that you don't have to enter your name. You just select it from a list, and the class membership, so the class that you are a member of. If you make any changes here, be sure to click Update Profile down at the bottom. Let's go back up to the top, and we're going to go back to All Users. Now you can see I've already set up an account, and I have some students enrolled in a class. So we're going to look at how you will do that. We're going to click on the Add New Users button. And this will allow you to add one student at a time. So if you have a small class with 20 or 25 students, this is probably the way that you will add your students. You need to give each student a display name, and for their display name, I suggest you put the student's first name and last initial. I would never include the student's last name to kind of protect their privacy, especially with younger students. First name, last initial is probably good enough. Give each student a password. You want to make your passwords unique for each student. Don't give each student the same password. Some of your kids will be able to figure that out, and then if they know that everybody's password is the same, they could log in as any of their classmates. So make sure you give each student a unique password. The role is what role you want this user to take on, and obviously we're adding students here, so we're going to leave that set as students. So go ahead and fill out the Add New User form. When you've entered in their information, you'll click Add New User. And it will say that your new user has been added, and you can go ahead and continue adding people. So again, if you have a small class, 20, 25 students, add your students this way. If we go back to all users, you can see that this is the list, my class list that I'm building here. Now there is a second way that you can add students, and if you have a larger class or you're adding multiple classes to Kidblog, you can actually bulk create or bulk add the users. And if you click the bulk create users tab, it will give you the directions for uploading a CSV file with your student data in it, and you can follow these directions and do that. But if you just have a small number of people to add, I'd go ahead and use the Add New Users option. So we'll go back to all users, and you can see here, there's my list of students. If I need to change any of these information, that I just hover over the student, and you can see I can edit that student's information, so I can change their password, which is useful if you need to reset a password. You can change their avatar. You can actually assign them a particular theme. You want to make sure that their username is displayed in the login list, and again, update the user information if you've made any changes. And you can also see that I can have the option to remove this student if they are no longer part of my class. So that's how you will add users to your class.